So today in Israel, there are about 2 million families. We know that in Europe and in the US, there's a certain tendency that the family is weakening. But here in Israel, the family still takes up a very essential place in our life. Many values have changed maybe, but the value of the family, it takes up a very central place, and it's very important for us to have a family. We get married more than in other places. We get divorced less than in other places. We have more children per family than in other places. It's something which is very important for us. And on our show today, we would really like to crack the secret of what is it that's so important about the family for us. People, they get divorced, they get married again. They get divorced once, they say that's it. And again, they're attracted to that place of a family and have children again and so on. So this place that you want to come to at the end of the day and feel a feeling of warmth, quiet, calm, safety. I think it's a place we all really miss, and we're not willing to give it up. And before my first question, I'd like to tell you about a study done in 2007, a study where children from dysfunctional families were taken. Part of them were put into foster families. These are families that are willing to accept those kids. They're from a good social economical class. The parental capacity is good, and the child is taken from the broken family and put into this new family where he grows up. And part of the children were left in the dysfunctional broken families. It was a study of 15,000 children, a big research. And eventually the result is that the children which stayed in the broken homes were children that performed better. They functioned better in life. They kept their jobs for longer. They were less inclined to negative things in life, doing negative things. And eventually they lived a more normative life than those children which were absorbed in the foster families. And what I'd like to ask is, what is the secret of the family? What is it about a family which allows us to grow, which gives us that feeling, that thing that allows us to grow in life? First of all, we have to understand that it's something natural that happens also with animals to a certain degree, to the extent to which they need it, to the extent to which the offsprings need to develop in a family, the family exists. This is how it is in nature. And it's the same with us too. We can say that a person who's born and loved gets parental love, who care for him and put him on his feet, both physically and also giving him the right direction in life. A person gets his first habits, most fundamental habits in life that he can't get rid of by no means, because they become as an instinct, as an existing instinct. These are the values that stay immersed deep inside him. It could be good or bad values, it doesn't matter, but they speak out of a person, whether he wants it or not. He is drawn to form the same kind of family as he had. And after he already got married and has children Nonetheless, he is constantly reconstructing, recreating the way it was in his family with his parents, and he wants to copy it and have the same in his family. It's very hard to get rid of it, regardless of the kind of relations a person had in his family. I'd say that a person is necessitated to repeat the same form he had, even if it was very unpleasant and he suffered from the way his family was, and he doesn't want for it to happen with him. Nonetheless, he, against his will, approaches it. And it's very important for us to know that against his will, he's drawn to that same form, that same existence. Now, family. Family is, first of all, the mother, because he grows up on her hands. He grows up next to his mother's bosom, and for him, it's his whole life. Her smell, her warmth, it's everything for him. We see there are many nations where the mother, she carries her child around with her, on her back, or in front of her. He's on her all the time, and this is how he grows up. And we also see it on animals. This is how monkeys are. And I'd say that a person, when he grows up, and when he's no longer needy of the family, he wants to go out, earn a living, care for himself, then from his mom, he passes on to his wife, to a family. This is how it naturally happens. And we see it also in the Torah, that there's a connection between the families, between the bride and the mother-in-law. That the bride comes to the house of the mother-in-law, and the mother-in-law teaches her what does the son like, how he likes it, and so on. So the son's wife, she copies from the house of his mother all the customs and tastes and all those things that are customary, that he's used to. If we ask, what kind of cuisine do you have there? It's according to the man. Somehow, the wife, she follows what the husband's used to. She has to learn from his mother, what is he used to, what does he like, meaning the man, he passes from his mother onto his wife. And the right wife is the one that keeps the same environment as much as possible, because he's already a grown-up, but as much as possible, that he feels that to some extent he is at his mother's house. Why is it important? That's how it is in nature. There's no important or non-important here. This is how nature is. This is how nature works. And therefore we have to first of all know that if we'll do this, things are going to be okay. The man, he doesn't appreciate the woman because she's beautiful or young. We know that all goes by. And of course, there will be arguments and disputes. That's life. This is how it is when two egoists are together. But the example that she passes on from his mother, it will position him towards her like towards his mother. He'll relate to his wife to some extent as to his mother, which means what? With appreciation and respect and warmth. It works so subconsciously. Subconsciously, it's according to the scent, to the inner instinct. And therefore, if we, nonetheless, want for this whole institution of a family, for it to exist, we have to explain these things to young couples and to try and have these kinds of circles where the brides really come to the groom's house and where the mothers teach them what he's used to. And it doesn't matter that maybe he's not at home for years now. He was a student someplace, maybe even overseas. It doesn't matter. Till the age of 15, he was at home. So the same atmosphere. The bride, it should be in her best interests to copy that to her house. What does it mean about him? For him, it means continuity, that he is like in his mother's home. And then with the same appreciation, with the same even fear, respect, caution, he will treat her to some extent like his mother, subconsciously. He will want to have at home the same relations. He wants to be next to his mother. A man, he wants to be next to his mother. We think that the girls, they want to stay next to their moms. The boys, no less than them. Even though that they go far from home, but they take with them that same flavor, taste, which is the mother's home. And from the point of view of the woman, what does it look like? From the woman's point of view, it's less of a problem. The bride, you mean? Yeah. The bride, she has to try as much as possible to copy what's good for her future husband. And then everything will fall into place, and we will see excellent families. We see very conspicuous examples, such examples for families from the Torah, how it was with Yaakov and Rachel, how they come to Sarah, where the bride comes to the house of the groom, and there with his mother, she's with his mother and learns all these things.